Hey there, everyone. I've returned after a long absence, I know, but I got a couple of these Keyforge World Collides starter sets in early, and I opened one already, but I wanted to do the second one on YouTube, so I'm back and opening some more cards, and yeah, now I'm into Keyforge, so let's open this thing up and see what we get. I've been getting into Keyforge a lot, and one of the channels that I peruse quite frequently is called Jean-Claude Van Keyforge. So if you haven't checked him out, I recommend you do if you're into Keyforge. He does some great deck openings and analysis, and I'll be basing my opening and analysis video on his method. So shout outs to Jean-Claude. If you see this, thanks. But yeah, we're gonna open this up and get rid of all the rules and tokens, and open up. Ooh, it comes with player mats. Yeah, that's nice. Take just this top deck, I guess, open it up and see what we get. What's really exciting about this new set in particular is you can get these cards that are kind of teasing future sets in this game called Anomalies, and they have abilities that aren't particularly, well, brand new abilities, you should say. So this is the back of the deck. It looks like a red Archon. And what houses do we get here? We got Logos, Shadows, something new. Come on, come on. Ooh, Saurians, fantastic. Get something new. We got Honorable Tendrils Workman. I love these names. And this Archon's nice looking too. Look at this guy. I like his dress kind of thing going on here, and little like bits on the top. It's got a cool head. Yeah, I like the symmetric arms. I like symmetric Archons usually. But yeah, these are some cool houses, so I'm excited to see what we got here. Hopefully this particular set's cards have been a little bit harder to open this plastic on, but we'll try to get that open here on camera. Yeah. I can do it easily without destroying these precious cards that I just received. Yeah, so the set's not out officially. This World Collide set isn't out officially for a couple more weeks. As most people are aware by now, Target did a goof, and we got some of these cards early. So I managed to get my hands on a couple of these boxes. So I don't know if I'll get any more until in a couple weeks, but if I do, I might do more openings. We'll see. But we're gonna just take this Archon card and drop that over here and square it up. And we start with Shadows. And that's one I haven't seen yet. That is Finch Cloak. 4 power, fight Reap. If you have less Aember than your opponent, steal 1. Otherwise, each player gains 1. Ooh, so he doesn't have skirmish or anything, but that's interesting. Okay, so you can steal 1, less Aember than your opponent. You steal 1. Otherwise, each player gains 1. So that's a risk reward kind of card. That's interesting. That is a rare. Next, we have Whisper, Elusive, 3 power, Elusive. Action, lose 1 Aember. If you do, destroy a creature. Okay. Lose an Aember if you do, destroy a creature. So that's kind of you paying Aember. That's interesting for Shadows. Usually, Shadows is all about stealing Aember. Here, you're paying Aember to destroy a creature, which is interesting. It's a new change. We got two of those Whispers. Next, we got Spike Trap. Aember, when you play, it's an artifact. Omni, sacrifice Spike Trap. If you do, deal 3 damage to each flying creature. Now, that sounds like it deals damage to both yours and your opponent's flying creatures. That's a bit of a risky one to play, but in the right circumstance, that could be very useful. Oh, a returning card. We got Oubliette. Play, purge a creature with power 3 or lower. Could be useful. Could be useful. Here we got an action. No safety in numbers. Aember, when you play it, deal 3 damage to each creature that belongs to a house that has 3 or more creatures in play. 3 to each creature that belongs to a house that has 3 or more creatures in play. So if your opponent makes a big move, big turn, maybe sits down a bunch of Brobners in one turn, that could be really useful to whittle those creatures down a bit. Ooh, that's cute. Look at that doggo. You got Fidget. 2 power, Elusive. Reap. Discard a random card from your opponent's archives or the top card of their deck. If that card is an action, play it as if it were yours. Ooh, I love cards that let you play your opponent's cards especially like cards out of house, out of turn. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, you could take something out of their archive, something that they've planned to use. That is really neat. I like that effect. And then we got Yancy Gang returning from Age of Ascension, 5 power, action, steal 1 Amber. Trust No One action card. Play, steal 1. If there are no friendly creatures in play, instead steal 1 for each house represented among enemy creatures in play to a maximum of 3. So this would be really good mid to late game, depending on what your initial board size is. Okay. We have Simon, 1 power skirmish. Fight, put the creature summon fights on top of its owner's deck. Really good stall. Really good stall. If you can survive a couple turns, you can really set your opponent behind. We have the Hugger Mugger. It is a 3 power elusive. Play, capture 1. Then, if your opponent has more forged keys than you, steal 1. So this could actually be a really good late game swing. Taking them off of an Amber or taking them off of a key, that's pretty exciting. Okay. Oh, another Bad Penny returns. Makes her return for the 3rd time. Ah, yes. Now we're on to the Saurians. Fantastic. We start off with the Calypgian, I believe it's pronounced. The Calypgian Ideal. It's an upgrade. Play, exalt this creature. It's one of the new mechanics. This creature gains, you may spend Amber on this creature as if it were in your pool. So that's really cool. Yeah, the Saurians are all about exalting and gaining Amber on the creatures themselves, and this lets you spend that Amber as if it were your own. So that's already a useful upgrade right there. And then we got Paraguardian. It is a 6 power, 1 armor creature. Reap, you may exalt Paraguardian. If you do, ward each of its neighbors. So it's a big protector. It's like a kind of a new kind of taunter, which is really exciting. Cool to see how that one works out in game. Oh, the big boy himself, Gargantodon. We got him. He's a 16 power beast. He enters play stunned, though, and he only deals 4 damage when fighting. But each Amber that will be stolen or captured by a creature controlled by the active player is captured by a creature controlled by the active player instead. So it basically turns all stealing into capturing, which, since we have shadows, might not be the best for us. But if we happen to run out of shadows cards to steal with, which, you know, we'll go back and see how many we have, this could be a really good mid to late game kind of protector card, because at 16 power, it's going to last a while. Then we have the Golden Spiral. It's an artifact. Action, exalt a friendly creature. Ready and use that creature. Oh, so that lets us go ahead and use a creature a couple times. And with that upgrade, if we can keep that upgrade out, we'd like to exalt it, especially if we can keep that upgrade on the Gargantodon. Ooh, that would be amazing. That's a good combo. We got 2 of those. Wow. Yeah, we're going to be in a good position with that. Oh, we got 3 of those. Oh my gosh. 3 Golden Spirals. We're going to do exalting all day. I hope to see more things that make use of Amber on creatures here. Wow, 3 of those. All right, we got Senator Shrix, 4 power, 1 armor. You may spend Amber on Senator Shrix as if it were in your pool. Wow, that's great. My gosh, with those 3 artifacts and the Senator Shrix guy, we'll be able to kind of clean up with kind of getting extra Amber and just over-exalting things. Wow, yeah, that's pretty cool. I would like to see more of this guy if I could, but no look there. But we got Praefectus Ludo, 5 power, no armor. Each other friendly creature gains destroyed. Move each Amber on this creature to the common supply. Oh, that's great too. So that's kind of an insurance policy. If, for example, they happen to get rid of all of our upgrade in our creature that lets us forge keys with Amber, we can use this guy to kind of prevent our opponent from getting all that Amber back, which is really handy. That's a good tool. And then we have Failing Strike, Amber when you play it, an action card. Play, choose a creature, deal 1 damage to it for each friendly creature. You may exalt a friendly creature to repeat the preceding effect. Ooh. I imagine that's only once. I don't know if you can do that multiple times, because that might actually be pretty powerful if you could just keep doing that over and over again. If you're sure you have a way of handling having all that Amber on your creatures, that could be a big swing. That could be a really big swing. Now we have Imperium. It's an action card. Amber when you play it. Play, ward 2 friendly creatures. Always like to see ward effects. It's a very good thing, especially on that Gargantodon, a way to protect it. Fantastic. Now we have Chant of Hubris. Amber, when you play it, action, move 1 Amber from a creature to another creature. So I could take an Amber from my own creature and move it to my opponent's. That way, you know, at least 1 Amber won't have a chance of getting back to my opponent. So that's a handy one to have. That's a handy little tech. We got Brutodon Auxiliary. Creature, 6 power, no armor. It's got Taunt and Hazardous 2. So it's a big, beefy, traditional protector kind of creature. All right, those are always good to see, especially when you have creatures like that one guy that lets me use Aember on creatures as if it were in my pool. I gotta protect him for sure. All right, now we're on to Logos. We have a returning card called Chaos Portal. It's an artifact. Choose a house, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is of that house, play it. So that is a 33% chance to play a card out of house, which, you know, might be useful if you're kind of looking or hurting for a big swing. So moving on, we have another returning card, Positron Bolt. Aember, when you play it, deal 3 damage to a flank creature and deal 2 damage to its neighbor. Deal 1 damage to the second creature's other neighbor. So yeah, kind of spread some damage out on one side of the battle line. Another returning card, Jargoggle, which is very interesting. This is a very interesting card, which it causes a lot of kind of contention in the rules of the game, as you'll see. It is a 2-power, no armor creature, elusive. Play, put a card from your hand face down under Jargoggle, and destroyed. If it is your turn, play the card under Jargoggle, otherwise archive that card. So if you destroy this on your turn, you could play a card out of house. So strategically, this could be very useful. We'll see the rest of the deck and maybe find an idea of what to use this for. Always like to see Wild Wormhole. Aember, when you play it, play the top card of your deck. Really good card for just kind of speeding up things. Next we have Titan Guardian, 5 power, 1 armor, Taunt, and if it's destroyed, Titan Guardian if Titan Guardian is not on a flank, so it's in the middle of your battle line somewhere, draw 2 cards. So this is one, since it's beefier, it might be a little tough to get it destroyed, but it's got Taunt, so it can protect some things, and if it destroyed, then you get some cards. So overall, pretty good. Next we have Sanitation Engineer, 4 power, no armor. It's got Hazardous 1, and Reap, discard a card from your hand. So on the surface of it, discarding cards from your hand might seem like a bad thing, but in this game where you're kind of refilling your hand up to 6 each turn, this could be very useful to get rid of those off-house cards that you don't have any use for. Hazardous 1's kind of inconsequential, I don't know what that'll be good for, but maybe it'll be good. We have Information Exchange. Play, steal 1 Aember. If your opponent stole Aember from you on the previous turn, steal 2 instead. So this is kind of a nice take that from, you know, against Shadows decks. Or any deck that steals, I guess. Usually Shadows. That's always good to have. We got EDAI, Eddie 4x4. Eddie 4x4. 3 power, no armor. Play, archive a card, and your opponent's keys cost +1 for each card in your archives. Oh my goodness. I'll have to go back to see if I have any more archiving things, but yeah, I mean, we'll have at least one, so anything that makes your opponent pay more Aember for keys is always great in my book. Oops, sorry about that. We have 2 of those Eddies, so we definitely have at least 2 ways to increase my opponent's Aember costs. And we have Daughter. Wonderful. It's an elusive 2-power creature. During your draw card step, refill your hand to 1 additional card. So basically like Mother from the first set, a little less powerful and elusive. And we have Babbling Bibliophile. Reap, draw 2 cards. And 1 power. So it's just a kind of a simpler way of getting more cards. And our last card of the deck is, oh my gosh, it's an Anomaly. The first deck we open on YouTube. I cannot believe this. We get an Anomaly. Lateral Shift in Logos. Look at that. Oh, I love that lightning effect. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Lateral Shift, action card. Play. Look at your opponent's hand. Play a card from that hand as if it were yours. That's so good. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. What a deck. Let's kind of pick this up and do a little analysis on this thing. Wow. That is such a low chance of happening. And to have that happen on my first deck of the on YouTube is just kind of amazing. I'm pretty impressed. Anyway, I'll try to contain myself here. Let's go to the Aember that we generate here. Let's see. So we've got a couple pips there. I'll have to look actually because some of these cards actually generate Aember on their effect, but that's kind of Aember control. So steal 1 at least. Gonna get some Aember here. Oh, I keep forgetting to look at the pips here. Okay. So pips. Okay. Overall, though, this deck looks pretty solid. It looks like it's got a pretty good setup and everything, honestly. I don't know if I'll count that one. That doesn't seem reliable. That's good steal. Oh man, we have a couple ways of using our opponent's cards now. That's crazy. That's so rare, the kind of effect. Spike trap. And I'll consider that one. Okay. I'll just count that as 1 for all the other creatures I didn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Amber. That's kind of on the low end, unfortunately. But it might make up for it in the amount of control and kind of disruption that this deck can cause. Especially since, okay, so we have a lot of ways to exalt, and we have a couple ways of using the exalted Amber as Amber in our pool. So if we consider that, so we have 9 base Amber generation, but let's look at, so we have, where is he? We have Senator Shrix. So he's one way of using Amber in our pool for forging keys. And we have that one upgrade, this thing. This creature gains, you may spend Amber on this creature as if it were in your pool, right? So those two. And then how many ways do we have of generating Amber on creatures? So we have 1. So it's just that creature, right? So whichever creature this is attached to, you may spend as if it were in your pool, exalt this creature. Okay. So you don't want it on any one, you don't want it on every creature. So I would want to put that upgrade on this guy, and then I would want to exalt the crap out of him. Yeah, so I would want to protect him as well. And I would also want to use all these on that one creature. So since I have 3 of those, and I can put that out to protect him. That should be my main strategy. My main strategy is to get this big guy out, put this upgrade on him, and maybe this guy's like a backup if the big guy falls, and then just use the crap out of these 3 to exalt him to heck and generate a bunch of Amber. And yeah, so that's kind of the, it seems like the strategy, but overall it seems a little slower, but that might be, I don't know, that might just be my perception. This is a new set, so we will see. But yeah, let's just go through and do some Amber control analysis here. So stealing is control, Amber control. I would say that's Amber control. Amber control. This is so cool. I mean, whatever else, this deck at least has an anomaly, which is amazing to me. Eddie. Oh yeah, these 2 are Amber control, obviously, or at least key control. Destroyed, Jargoggle, Chaos Portal. I mean, I don't know. That is kind of Amber control too. Even though I'm not really capturing that much. There's a bit of capture in here with the Great Antedon. He turns all steals into captures, which is nice. I don't know how useful Bad Penny is going to be. I mean, I guess let's consider Yancy Gang a little bit of extra steal. Okay, so as far as Amber control goes, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 6.5, 7, approximately. You know, we might say like, I don't know, that one. Yeah, this one might not be. This was questionable, but yeah, we'll just count that as like 5 to 6. Honestly. I think that's pretty good. Overall, this deck isn't bad. It's just got a little less pure Amber generation, but that might actually work out in this new set with that Saurian suite. So, yeah, pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about this this anomaly we got. Wow. I don't know. I can't promise that I'll get an anomaly every single time we open a deck here, but so far I'm 1 for 1. So if you want to see if I can keep it going, then yeah, keep watching. But yeah, thank you all for joining me, and yeah, I'll catch you later.